Right now at 6 o'clock, Governor Lamont said he is proposing the first state income tax cut in Connecticut in nearly 30 years. Now, there are a number of facets to his plan. We will go over them for you.
And the push to help those who are helping our society the most. The proposal to help certain student loan borrowers.
And a package theft caught on camera. You see it right there. We'll tell you where that happened.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good Monday morning. Hopefully you had a great weekend. We're glad you're starting off your new week here with us. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Good morning to you. We're starting with a forecast as we take a live look outside across the state this morning.
Ooh.
In some parts of Connecticut, right around freezing, maybe even a little below. A chilly morning.
Really? It
But not
didn't
a
feel
bad
that
morning.
cold to me.
Yeah, it was right around. It was right around freezing where I was.
But to be fair, I mean, how long are you outside? Exactly.
It's true.
You
True.
go outside, you go, ooh, and then you get in your car.
About 6 seconds.
Exactly.
Okay. Yep.
Hey, good morning to you. Happy Monday. I think it's going to be a nice week, a good day to have a good day, right? On this Monday, here's what you need to know. We're going to start with some sunshine. Clear skies you saw in all those pictures. But yeah, the number's a little down. To sun to clouds to rain later on the night. There was this big mess that we were watching. I know Tim has been following it very closely throughout the midweek. It's a miss. We're not looking for any trouble. Towards the end of the week, we may have a little trouble. March overall going out like a lamb, and we'll talk about that coming up. Your satellite radar picture is quiet. Big picture showing you a little bit of rain coming in from the west over the Ohio Valley. Bigger rain over the Carolinas, especially into the deep south. We'll show you that coming up. Here are your numbers. Not too bad, 30 to 34. We should be down to 31 for morning low, so kind of in line there. A little better at the shoreline. 39 degrees in Chester with a very light wind out of the north, up to 5 miles an hour. So what do we got for today? Not much to worry about. Here's your bus stop forecast. 33 degrees and mostly clear now. Clear to cloudy later on, but the temperature's not bad, upper 50s as the kids get off the bus later on today. We'll talk about that rain tonight and whatever else is coming for the week. That's coming up in a few minutes. Let's see what's coming up on the roads or coming down the road
As of right now, Matt, it's really good out there. Good morning to you. Happy Monday. Good morning, everyone. We do currently have a couple of crashes out there, one closure to mention. Let's bring you out into the Warren area. This is a closure on Route 45. It's closed prior to Route 340, the 341 intersection due to a crash investigation. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get a lot of information from state police, but we are working to get that, and we'll bring that to you as soon as we know anything else. We also have over in the Waterbury area, we do have a closure. The Route 8 southbound entry ramp from I-84 is closed due to some road work going on right now. Other than that, things are moving smoothly. Taking a live look out in the capital city, some light volume out in the roadways in the Hartford area. And then as we move 91 over to 95 in the New Haven area, looking good. And then down in Fairfield, things are moving smooth right now, just a little extra volume. We'll check back in on the roads coming up at 6:30. For now, Tim and Erica, back over to you.
Well, at the state capitol, state lawmakers are currently considering several tax cut proposals by Governor Lamont.
And with that consideration underway, the governor is going to host a news conference today to highlight how he says the plans would put more money back into your wallet.
So for more on that, let's get right to Fox 61's Angelo Bavaro. He's here with us in studio to break those proposals down.
Tim, Erica, good morning. Now, at that news conference, the governor is set to tout the first income tax rate reduction in almost 30 years, and also the largest rate reduction in state history. In Connecticut, income is taxed using a mix of up to 7 different rates. The governor's proposal would permanently reduce the 2 lowest rates, and that would start in January of 2024. 3% would become 2%, and 5% would become 4.5%. The administration estimates this could save every middle-class filer between $300 and $600 a year.
You don't have to apply for this. You don't have to fill out the forms. You will see a reduction in your withholding, which means you'll be keeping more of what you earn. It's a long time coming. I wanted to make sure this is something we can do, not just for the next year or two. I think people want the consistency and certainty to know this is a tax cut that's built to last.
And those lawmakers at the state capitol are also considering other proposals by the governor. One of those would permanently increase Connecticut's earned income tax credit from the current rate of 30.5% to 40%, and the governor's office says under that increase and the rate reductions, Families with kids earning less than $50,000 a year will pay no state income tax. Also on the table is a plan to restore the pass-through entity tax credit to its original level. And that's a move the governor says will protect small business from being double taxed. Now, these proposals come as Connecticut ended fiscal year 2022 with a surplus of $1.3 billion, its fourth consecutive year-end surplus. And again, all of these proposals still need to be approved by the General Assembly. Tim, Erica, back to you.
Angela, thank you. Well, happening today, lawmakers are discussing the proposal of a bill that would reimburse student loan payments for some Connecticut residents.
Right, some. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin now has a breakdown on who would qualify. Brooke.
Well, the proposed pilot program would reimburse student loan payments for people in several different fields. If you're somebody that's working in nursing, childcare or education, or mental health and social services, you may be able to qualify, but there are quite a few requirements besides that you have to look into. Now, the discussion today is ahead of tomorrow's public hearing with the Appropriations Committee. Today, we will hear the pros and cons from state lawmakers and advocates of the bill. The proposal would reimburse student loan payments up to $20,000 over the course of 4 years. But in order to apply for the program, you have to have attended a state college or university, have lived in Connecticut for at least 5 years, make less than $100,000, and do at least 50 hours of community service per year, plus a few other requirements. The Office of Higher Education has been tapped to oversee this program. But in a statement, the OHE leaders say that they can't support the bill due to the funds not already being part of Governor Lamont's proposed budget. But a few other entities disagree. In a statement, Connecticut Children's Hospital leaders have expressed support for the bill, saying this would incentivize the medical field. Now, right now, the program has allocated about $10 million to go out over the course of those 4 years to those who qualify. But that's in comparison to the more than $17 billion worth of student loans and student debt that Connecticut residents are currently facing. Live in Hartford, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Brooke, thank you. All right, 6:07 and happening today in Hartford. Lieutenant Governor Susan Bysiewicz is going to be announcing a new multi-state coalition to protect and expand healthcare access. Several reproductive rights advocates, including people from Planned Parenthood of Southern New England, are expected to be there. Now, this comes just days after the deadline for state lawmakers to vote on a bill that would allocate state funds for out-of-state people who are looking to have abortions. Well, that was pushed back. The Human Services Committee now has until this Thursday to vote on the bill that would pay for abortion services as well as travel for women who come from states where abortions have been banned.
We have developing news in Manchester this morning. 11 people are without a home after a fire. It started just after 4 p.m. yesterday at a single-family home on Foster Street. When crews got there, they saw heavy smoke coming from the roof and fire coming from the rear of the building. Nobody was hurt, and there's still no word yet on what caused that fire. In New Haven, police are looking into what led up to a man's death. Police said they found a man in a crashed Toyota Tundra just after 6 p.m. Saturday. The victim's car was up against a wooden guardrail on Woodward Avenue, just across from Fort Hale Park.
And to let you know, police are trying to identify a person caught on camera stealing a package. Take a look here. The theft happened Saturday morning in the Highlands. This video was taken from a motion-activated security camera that only caught the person walking away. Now, the person appears to have a logo on the upper right rear of the jacket. Dark pants, white sneakers. The vehicle they left in is a dark sedan, similar to a Honda Accord. And there it is again. Now, anyone who may recognize this person or have any information is asked to contact Ledyard Police.